welcome back to this channel, and if you know me, you'll know that I love musicals. So today I'm just going to talk about some of my favourite movie musicals. These are either going to be musicals that have been brought to the screen in a movie or that have been filmed live on stage that you can get on DVD. I don't want to talk about theatre productions because it's different wherever you go and not everyone can watch the same one. So I'm just going to get straight into it. I've got loads to talk about, so here we go. I'm going to try and go in a rough order for these, though I have to say I love these all and I can't pick an ultimate favourite, like number one favourite, so I'm just going to go in the ones that I prefer, but I love these all equally, so it's really hard to choose. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with The Sound of Music. I watched this when I was a kid. It's my first film, probably first musical I watched in the theatre, and I love this. It's a great family movie. If you haven't watched this, where is your childhood? And I'm dying to go to Salzburg where they filmed this, so this is a favourite. And I'm also going to say my favourite song from each of these, and my favourite song is The Lonely Goat Herd, Favourite Things, and 16 Going on 17, and the 16 Going on 17 reprise at the end. Alrighty, so a more recent one. I watched this 2 years ago when the revival came to London, and it is Miss Saigon. They filmed the stage production and put it onto DVD, so you can probably buy this wherever you are, and it is absolutely superb. Little bit of background about this musical. It's set during the Vietnam War and is about a GI and just a local country girl. And it's about their love and journey throughout the war, how they get separated and how they find each other again. This is such an emotional roller coaster. When I watched it in the theatre, I was in tears by the end. It just pulls on your heartstrings in every single way. And my favourite song is Movie in My Mind. What I love about Miss Saigon as well is the cast is so diverse, because it's quite rare that you get a mostly Asian cast. And the actors in this are amazing because they really showcase worldwide talent. I watched it in the theatre with Soo Ha Kim, who's from Korea, and she was absolutely amazing. So I would highly recommend you see this either in Broadway, get the DVD, or if it comes on tour near you, go and watch it. And I've got a little poster there because I love it so much. So next is another favourite from when I was really young, and it is The Phantom of the Opera. So I've also watched this in the theatre, but I'm just going to talk about the movie. The movie stars Emmy Rossum and Gerald Butler. I really love the production of this movie. A lot of people actually hate The Phantom of the Opera because they think it's quite cliche and very theatrical in an unpleasant way, but I really love this. It's kind of hard to get your head around the relationship between Christine and the Phantom, but I still think it's really beautiful and really romantic. And my favourite song from this is Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again. Honourable mention to the 25th anniversary, filmed at the Royal Albert Hall. This also has the most amazing cast. I think this is the best cast of any Phantom of the Opera production, and it stars Sierra Burgess and Ramin Karimli. I hope I've said their names right, but you will see them in loads of musicals. They do everything. They're always on Broadway, and they are the king and queen of musicals. And I love it when there are live audiences there because it really captures what being in the theatre feels like, and the applaud and the audience just being involved and the emotions that run in the theatre. And I don't know if this is cheating, but I also want to talk about Love Never Dies. That is the sequel to The Phantom of the Opera. A lot of people hate this, but again, I just think this is a really nice follow-up. It's actually quite different to The Phantom of the Opera itself, because The Phantom of the Opera is set in Paris and this is set in America. So it's a very different setting, but you have the same characters that you know and love, and a few new ones as well. Again, heartbreaking, beautiful music by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and my favourite song is Devil Take the Hindmost. Right, now it gets to the hard bit. The next film I'm going to talk about is Moulin Rouge. So I've got my little Baz Luhrmann collection here, and I'm just going to get out the DVD. So this is Moulin Rouge. It is obviously set in the Moulin Rouge in Paris. That's a nightclub. Gosh, I love this movie so much. It's crazy, sexy, romantic, and to be honest, a little bit all over the place, but I love that about it. I feel like this movie is a classic, but is quite underrated at the the same time. Like I said, it's just so weird and fantastical. It's hilarious and the music again is amazing. It kind of reminds me of a musical version of Glee because they do mashups of songs and they're really, really good. It stars Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, and before this I didn't know that they could sing, but even if their voices are edited, I think they are great in this movie, and I listen to the soundtrack on repeat. It's always on in the shower. Also, excuse the building work going on outside. That's really annoying. I'm just gonna wait. It's still going. And my favourite song from this is Elephant Love Medley. I don't know when I'm gonna keep on filming because these builders don't want to stop. And the last musical I'm going to talk about is Les Miserables. So I have been obsessed with Les Miserables for the longest time. I actually have a few funny stories about this because my grandma went to London and she watched it and she actually fell asleep. I guess we have different opinions about this musical, but I love this so much. What I love about Les Miserables is it encompasses so many different stories and so many different characters and interlinks them in the same event. I watched this movie as soon as it came out in the cinema. I watched it in the cinema and I was crying and laughing and everyone applauded at the end, and that's when you know a movie is really good. The cast is full of Hollywood stars, but my favourite actress in it is actually Samantha Barks, who plays Eponine. I have followed Samantha Barks since she was on I'd Do Anything way back in like 2008 or something. And I've been a massive fan of her, so I was so proud of her when she made it into such a massive movie. A lot of people don't like the cast. They don't like Amanda Seyfried as Cosette and they don't like Russell Crowe as Javert, but I think it's still quite good. The sets are amazing. The only thing I can criticise about this movie is Tom Hooper's directing is very up close and he does a lot of shots really close to the face and loads of portrait shots, so that's the only thing I can really say that I don't really like about his movies. But I love how it was filmed live and I just think that's amazing, especially in this age of technology and where everything can be edited, so having them sing live just makes it so much more realistic and captures the magic of the stage. And I also want to mention the 25th anniversary of Les Miserables that was at the O2 Arena in London. This is also on DVD and this cast is one of my favourites. The only thing I don't like about it is Nick Jonas as Marius. He's not the best. But apart from that, Hadley Fraser, Ramin Karimloo, Alfie Boe, such a star-studded cast. And Lea Salonga as Fontaine. It's just amazing and the music is amazing. What's great about Les Miserables as well is the set is so simple. So on stage, there really isn't much there except from the barricade, but they can still make a beautiful show out of it and the music just gets right to your heart. And my favourite songs are One Day More and On My Own. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tell me what your favourite musicals are. I really hope you like these movie musicals as much as I do because I watch these so much. Their soundtracks are always playing. And I also want to say I'm also listening to Hamilton, but I'm watching it in February and I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you again for watching and I'll see you later.